you have questions about Frida's Cleaning Service is a small family-owned business established in 2003. With over 17 years of professional, high-quality, and greatly satisfied service, the Frida's Cleaning Service will get the job done. Specializing in sanitizing your home, business, post-construction, and commercial cleaning, no job's too big or small. See for yourself and give us a call, 567-249-9172. La Frida's Cleaning Service. Our reputation is always spotless.
Are you tired of driving around a dirty car? Say hello to the ultimate solution for your car. Quick Auto Detail, home, work, or wherever. Their mobile car spa will clean and shine your car anytime and anywhere. Their products are gentle on your car's paint, and they use only the highest quality materials. Book your appointment now.
Got some snaps on the petrol. Mr. Trap Rap No Bizzo from the mud to the tub, and I'm rocking out with Queen Silvy and Tim. You know.
This is Pepper Gomez of Wake Up Music, and you are listening to my favorite, The Queen Silvy Show.
Hi, this is Joe Nass. You are listening to The Queen Silvy Show. You are now part of the royalty.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, it is Smooth Tim, and thank you so very, very much for dropping by and spending another terrific Tuesday with us on the multiple award-winning Queen Silvy Show. Speaking of the Queen, it is now simply my pleasure to bring to you the Queen herself, the sexiest granny in the world, Queen Silvy.
Well, you got that right, for it is me, Queen Silvy, on this terrific Tuesday, the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. You like that?
I guess. He got paid enough, that he's hanging out.
They be on point, you hear me? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this great world today.
Some of the business, that's the biggest expense on this show, is having these guys over there just waiting for you to say.
It is what it is, right?
I'm not even going to say it.
We are honored that you are here on this terrific Tuesday. Oh, listen, we have some super greatness in store for you. Smooth, how are you today?
I am doing terrific on this Tuesday, Queen, and how are you doing?
As always, I'm supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious, I suppose, is 24/7, 365, Queen Silvy. You are always just simply...
I know. Amazing.
Yes, you are.
Go on and pinch yourself. Go now, go now. Because I am amazing. Huh, let's keep it real.
Well, so are you.
But you are amazing, Smooth. You are amazing. We have an amazing guest today. Maybe a few announcements, yes?
Absolutely. Hey, we made it through another week. Now went into another weekend. I hope everybody's enjoying the weather thus far. Got a little wet over our weekend up here, but anyhow, hey, we're getting there. It's fall. What do you expect, right?
Hey, I'll take it.
Anyhow, yes, on today's show, yes, we are absolutely happy to have a person, a writer and author of a couple of children's books, and he's going to be on talking about a couple of his latest children's books, Terrance Cole Jr.
That's right.
I think they're inspirational children's book, and you are going to really love the contents and
Certainly
conversation
are.
with this gentleman. Nice to have some really nice things out there.
Well, it also makes a good gift, too. Wink, wink. You know what I mean? But hey, listen.
Well, yeah, it is getting right around Christmas time. Perfect Christmas gift.
So listen, you do have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in and get this super greatness we have in store for you. Before we get things going with my wonderful guest, you know me. What I like to do at this moment is I like to share some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. You know, great children books are wisdom dipped in words and art. And as adults, our task is to help children communicate with the world using all their potential strengths and languages. You know, when inspiration, guidance, and motivation is presented through the right book, it becomes magic. And magic happens when you give your dreams the wings to fly. So if you don't have wings, hey, create them, okay, and soar successfully in life. And those are some motivational words for the Queen Silvy Show to you, baby. Yes, that is so true. Our youth are our future, and we do what we can, what we should do for them. But I would like to also go ahead and represent my friends, my good kings and queens, giving some shout outs to you, Pepper Gomez, and Wake Up Music Rocks. Holistic health advocate Marva Riley, Marie McKenzie and the International Sexual Assault Recovery Institute, Carmen Jewel and Massage Therapy by Carmen, Simone Enterprise and Entertainment Company, and the Simone Family Foundation. A Journey Through Healing with Beatrice Crawford, Daniel Lee,
Shout out to you.
Kenzie Patino, Queen Jenna, Queen Ashley, Follette Clark, and Kenneth Rawl.
Shout out to you.
The Helen Myers, Peace Myers, Corey and Casey Patino, and Joan Mercer.
Shout out to you.
To Queen Aaliyah, Asia, Tay, Maya, Camille, and Dejour.
Shout out to you.
To my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren,
Shout out to you.
I like going. Jonathan Easley, Lee Allen Sr., Wade and Katrina, LP and Cynthia, Melvin and Teresa, Kaki and Mike.
Shout out to you.
Queen Sonia, Kaki, Shanika, Alana, Brianna, and Precious.
Shout out to you.
To Nancy, Delia, and Chrissy from Fort Worth, Texas.
Yippee-yow. Yippee-yow.
That's right. To Ryan and the All-American Boys, Matt and Tracy and the All-American Girls, eh?
Shout out to you.
I think I need to pause for the calls and just clear my throat. Just one moment, please.
Oh, meow. Ready.
Don't knock it till you try it. Pamela Anderson, C. Shorty Franklin, Patricia Wilhelm McGiffin, Renita Easley, Gold Rosa, Donna Ferry, and Pam Bailey.
Shout out to you.
To my good friends in Africa, Amy Kanima, Webster Riddle, Hostile Flow, Hero Boy, and Princess Aria Lua.
Shout out to you.
Sabrina Williams, Pinky Harmon, Sassy Savage, Robin Taylor, and DJ Team Broke 100.
Shout out to you.
To my good friends in United Kingdom, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Bethany Jones, and Kay Cross.
Shout out to you.
And also, top of the day, mate. To Lorenzo Gabaniza, Christine Lewis Anderson, James and Audrey, Series Edition, and Nana Linda Hartley.
Shout out to you.
Queen Edith Verhoek, Queen D. Brown, Sandra and Ben Johnson, Melody Gore Dobbs, Miguel Montebon, Brian Pearson, and my good friend, Joe Mass.
Shout out to you.
That's right. Hey, listen, if you would love to be shouted out, if you have someone you would love for us to represent and shout out, we will hook you up 3 days a week, every Tuesday with the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show, every Wednesday with Tim's Tidbits, and again every Thursday with the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim. as we bring the best in live entertainment, talents, topics, and resources from around the world just for you. Hey, check out this resource. And when we get back, the ball is a rolling with the super greatness we have in store for you on the Queen Silvy Show. Join me every Tuesday for fun and games and play for cash. That's right. Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game is back and you can come aboard and play. It's simple. Just email us your name and contact information and you are in there, baby. Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Hey, we are back on this terrific Tuesday. As I said before, you do have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in and get the super greatness we have in store for you. The ultimate gift for you and your child. Inspiring our youth to think bigger, dream louder, and chase greatness every single day. Meeting this as this extraordinary children's book author who brings uplifting, imaginative stories to life that encourage children to believe in themselves and embrace their potential with heartfelt messages and vibrant storytelling. Live from Toledo, Ohio, I introduce to you writer, author Terrance Cole Jr.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm proud to be glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Hey, we thank you for taking the time being here.
Thank you.
Terrance Cole Jr. I like that name. It rings as an author, by the way. But you're currently residing in the Glass City, Toledo, Ohio, the author of some fabulously inspirational children's books. But Terrance, what else would you like the world to know about you?
I'm really trying to impact the youth. That's my whole thing. So like my biggest thing right now is trying to get everybody on one accord and get back to loving one another because we've steered so far away from that. It's such a hateful world nowadays. So I want to get back to loving one another.
Hey, you know what? We need more of you in the world doing just that very thing, especially
Definitely.
now these days. You know, I believe that stories, and I mean the right stories, have the power to inspire, change hearts and minds, and in doing so, change the world. But tell me your backstory. What is it that inspired you to become a children's book author?
So I've always been a writer. Like I've been writing books since I was in college, but I
Mm,
never took it serious. I never had that like leap of faith. And one day I was sitting here and I was like, I seen this one guy, he made a book for his daughter. And I was like, man, I just had a son, and I was like, I've been writing for a long time. And I'm like, this is something that resonated with me. He's from Toledo as well, and I was like, let me try my hand at this. I'm like, cause I'm a great storyteller, so I'm like, let me try my hand at this. I'm like, this is something my son can always have. A book is something that you keep forever. So I was like, let me try my hand at this, and then my son ended up loving it, and I was like, you
hmm
know what? Let's get some black representation in there and just try to get some of these out to the other kids. Because my son's like he identifies, he sees it, and he's like, "Oh, that's me, Dad." So it's like it was like
How
a
old
great
is your
thing.
son?
4, he just turned 4 last
Well,
week.
you are leaving a heck of a legacy right there.
Yes,
That is
ma'am.
a legacy. But as
Yes,
an
ma'am.
author, what are you most passionate about?
Just being able to like see kids the same color as me, and they love the book. That's my biggest motivation is like them having somebody that they can like. Oh, I can do that too. Like, oh, I don't have to be a rapper. I don't have to be a basketball player. Like, that's my biggest thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like letting them know that they can do different things than just
Mm-hmm.
the status quo.
That's true. And that's a good thing because you're right. I remember my son, he's a grown old ass man. Matter of fact, he a granddad too. But growing up, when you say, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a basketball player, and all that there. But no, it's more to it. You can be a
Exactly.
basketball player, but, let that be something you fall back on. Have something
Exactly.
up front. But of your stories and your books, do you draw from your own childhood as a source for your stories?
Um, Basically I do, and then I kind of like put like a little Dr. Seuss twist on it. So it's kind of like I come from a lot of love, how caring parents, caring grandparents, caring family. So it's kind of like I put all that in one.
Mm,
And then I put like a little flair on it from like, obviously growing up on Dr. Seuss,
mm-hmm.
put like a little twist on it, with my own flair on it as well. So it's like that's kind of like my inspiration was like me growing up and then growing up on Dr. Seuss and coming from a loving family. Like that was my
Okay, when
inspiration.
you say Dr. Seuss, are we rhyming? Are we rhyming on the
Yes, for
timing and the
sure.
Simon and the, oh,
Yeah,
Well,
exactly
you
what we
know, that's
doing.
kind of like rapping anyway. So a child going to take in onto that anyway. So that's kind of a smart thing that you do.
Yeah.
But you know, what was growing up like for you?
Growing up was great. I had both my parents in the house for the most part. Um, it was just a lot of fun in my house. My mom owned a daycare, so I don't have any siblings, but I always had friends to play with at home because it was an in-home daycare. So, I come from a loving family. It's just we had a lot of fun when I was growing up.
Mm.
Always had something to do. My house was the spot growing up. Everybody always came to my house. My mom was always the one cooking. Um, it
So you
just
was the
I
only
just
child?
Yes, ma'am.
You
But
lucky
it didn't feel
guy.
never feel like that though. Never feel like that.
I'm like, you lucky guy. I had 8, and I used to wish I was the only child sometimes. I'm like, oh, but you know what?
Yes.
Blessings come in many ways, and I appreciate that. But you know,
Exactly.
writing for children actually means that you have to be mindful of that language. You know what I mean? And in
Mhm.
children books especially, they need a smooth narrative flow that's easy
Exactly.
to follow. So how do you ensure there's a balance between descriptive text and what can be conveyed visually to create that seamless experience for readers?
Kind of just like you said, it's kind of like music, just like knowing what's the thing, like what's gonna catch your attention, like that pattern. Like when I was younger, listening to rap music, I always like hearing that certain cadences from rappers. So it's like, okay, if you have this, like where it flows smoothly,
Mm-hmm.
it catches their attention. So like when I'm reading it to them, I'm reading it to them in that melody where it's like flowing together, and I'm taking breaks in between when I'm talking, so they can take in everything that I'm saying instead of just flying through it.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Very
taking my
good.
time and slowly reading it to them so they catch like, oh, he's rhyming and oh, that goes together. Like little things like that, little tricks like that is kind of what helped me.
Oh, Papa, I want to say Papa. Oh, Papa, you're doing a great job. And I mean, those pointers are very important. I mean, there's a lot of books out in the world, but not every book is the right book, or not every book conveys the right message out there. Your first book, but today is not that day. Listen, but today is not that day rings in my ear in a lot of other ways. You know, I'm like,
Yeah,
mess with me. Bill collectors call me. Look, today is not that day.
exactly. They can go many different ways. It can go
Right,
many different ways. It's
right.
just basically saying that we know one day they're gonna get old and they don't want to hug you anymore. They don't want to kiss you anymore. But it's like, hey, but today is not that day. You're still my little guy today. So we're gonna enjoy that time.
So, what would be some pointers or lessons within the story of this book?
Really like my like lessons would be like really enjoy them being like younger kids because one day they're gonna get big and like my son's already getting to that phase like he doesn't want me hugging them, he doesn't want me kissing on him, he don't want me like he don't want anything to do with me anymore. Like it's like, oh man, you were just every 2 seconds, dad. Like nah, he's just so like self-sufficient now and it's like he just does not like
He's
any
getting
help.
his
Like he's like
independence
super
early.
independent. Doesn't want me holding his hand in the parking lot. He doesn't want me to zip his coat up. He wants to do it. So it's like just really just like enjoy that time. Like
Hey,
where they need you.
right. Well, that's so sweet. I have my children. I'm not saying grandchildren. They're the same way. You know when they're getting into that next step, that next phase. But
Yeah.
enjoy it all right now, because one day he can be like, "This is my girlfriend, daddy. Daddy, this
Yeah,
is."
exactly.
You
And
know
it's
what I'm
gonna mess
saying,
me up.
right? So out of the book, how do you develop your characters? Is it based on real people?
Yeah, so this my first one was based on my son. Like the first book was all about my son and me, my girlfriend, and him. It's basically like our household. It was basically showing us like his trajectory of him growing up from getting from like being like 2 to like the age of like 8. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
like where we did like the timeline. And that's kind of how I based off of it because I'm like, okay, man, one day you're gonna grow up, and then like as you can see on the book, like when he gets older, like he's lacing his own shoes up, he's making his own food. Like it's a timeline. The whole book is a timeline. It goes from him being that size to him being a little older.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So it was a timeline.
but today is not that day. The title of the book. How about reading a favorite or any excerpt from the book?
Yes, ma'am. This is one of my favorite pages as well. Too. This is a dedication to my son. It's
All
like a
right,
dedication page.
that is so nice.
Yep. So I got another one on the way, so I gotta fix that. So I
All
gotta,
right,
yep.
that's all right.
Yep. Let me find a page I like. Like this page right here. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
read it to you guys. It's kind
Love
of
it.
hard for me to get the side view like the daycares.
Love it.
One day you'll reach the highest shelf. Grab a cookie all by yourself. Climb with courage, bold and bright. No need for help. You'll reach that height. And I wish I can get the whole picture in there, but I'm kind of, yep. I'm trying to read
Very good.
sideways and backwards, and
Because that's exactly what they do. Try and get them cookies,
yeah,
them
exactly. My son is
snacks.
the cookie monster.
That is
So
what's up. Who
yeah.
does the illustrations, by the way?
So I actually do the illustrations myself.
Do you?
And yep,
You
I do
drew
all the
that?
illustrations by myself. No, I didn't draw it, so I use Chat GPT, and it helps me that I kind of critique it through Photoshop and editing and things like that. But for the most part, I do all my work through Chat GPT. Um, and then that's kind of how I
Well,
go.
that's slick.
Yep.
You make it happen. Smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Down in the Dallas Fort Worth area, we had an association with a lot of authors,
Lots of authors,
Mhm.
yeah.
and they were members of different author groups, and they would hold maybe even monthly sessions to talk
Mhm.
to each other about how to get your book published, how to get your artwork as you did put into your books. Now, did you attend anything like that? Do you aspire to start something like that here in the Toledo area?
I would. That's a great point. I would love to do something like that here in
Right?
Toledo. I really never even thought about doing anything like that,
Oh,
but you just
yeah.
opened my mind up to it for sure. Um, what kind of helped me was, like I said, I had some inspiration from a young guy that was here
Mm-hmm.
doing it for his daughter. He just made one book, and I was just like, it was just for her, and he never made any more. But that kind of was my inspiration. But I would love to do something like
Yeah,
that. I
that
kind of
that
just did my due diligence by myself one day, and I just like, I got to figure this out.
that's how you can take it another step. Trust
Hey,
me.
it's surprising how much you can learn from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Just that
exactly. I agree.
networking. It's
I
that
agree.
networking.
So yeah, it's just basically they started author groups down there, and
Yep.
get some time we can
Now
show you
you
one of the groups, send you a link so you can
Yeah,
get the
we'll
idea what
hook
the
you up.
feel's all about.
Mm-hmm.
for sure. You just inspired me to do that for sure.
Yep. So, Terrence, what's your process of writing a book? I mean, how does it go from an idea to the finished work?
So right now we have a good neighborhood group of kids. So my inspiration is every weekend, honestly. We it's about 8 kids. My son, we all play together and everything, and they're actually outside playing right now. So that's like kind of like my inspiration is just watching them do kid things and me being a football coach and working in the schools and I just have daily inspiration. So it's like I'll just be sitting here one day, I'll be eating, I'll be like, my brain goes off. It's like, oh, it's time to get typing.
That's all
It's like,
right. You're on the
yep,
road to something big. Keep doing what you're doing. I mean,
for
because
sure.
you know, not only is it making a difference in the world, but you're making a difference within your own realm because that is a legacy, a big legacy that now your child can share with his child and his child. Look, I'm making you old already. You can share with his child and his child.
Exactly.
But it is a great thing that you're doing. Just like what Smooth and myself, we've been doing radio for like 10 years. We know that this is a legacy that now our grandchildren and our great grandchildren all can look and listen and see just what we were also about and the many talents that we bring worldwide.
Of course.
But now in revising, when it comes to revising your book, it's an integral part of the writing process. I mean, this is a phase where you get to refine and you get to polish the material
And the
into
editing.
yeah, into a cohesive story. But what type of things do you look for? What type of things, when you're revising your own manuscript, what type of things and mistakes are you looking to see to catch?
That's a great question because that's the reason I was scared to publish my books when I was in college because I was never like the best with grammar, like punctuation. I was never the best with punctuation. But now you have all these like Grammarly, you have all these things that help you with things like that. So it's made it easier for me when I'm reading through that though, when I'm reading through my books and trying to figure out what's going on. I'm trying to make sure the flow of it as well. It has
Mm-hmm.
that consistent rhyme to it and the structure I want. You guys know who E40 is, the rapper. I kind of want to sound like E40 when I'm listening to my books. I wanted to have that flow,
Right.
that swag behind it, and that's what I'm looking for. Is the cadence.
Well, that's what's up. At least you know. I mean, sometimes it takes people a long time before they find their voice and find what area that they want to go in, and that's in any field. Me as a stand-up comedian, that took several years before I found my voice and my flow. Same with artists. Same with a movie director or an author. Excuse
Yeah,
me. So proud of you because you got a good head on your shoulder. You know what you want.
appreciate
You
it.
know what you're doing, and you are obviously self motivated to continue to bring this legacy the way that you are. Your second book, Today I Want to Be Something Great. Ooh, you got nice
Yeah,
titles. I mean, them titles like
thank you.
they really are. Tell me about this book and what you hope kids learn from it.
This was my favorite book, honestly. This was the one that really made me get in my bag. This was the one that made me think of the bigger picture. Because I was sitting there with my son, and I think he had told me he wanted to be a pilot, and I was like, that's different for a black kid to be want to
Right?
be a pilot. I was like, you know what? I'm like, it's probably other black kids and other kids, period, that just want to be something different than the status quo. So I was like, you know what? Let's do like authors, lawyers, pilots, president.
Mm-hmm.
Just why not? Just go
Mm-hmm.
all out, and that's kind of was my inspiration for this.
Well, that's great, because I don't know what the name of this one movie that I saw, and he was a Mexican guy who wanted to be
Mhm.
an astronaut. Have you ever heard of that movie? And everybody doubted him, but he studied and kept doing. And by golly, he was an astronaut. So anything
Yeah,
any child want to be, whether there's never been a black this or a black this. Yes, there can be.
yeah,
And you
exactly.
showing them that yes, I can with the right things and the right tools. So hey, me, I'm ready for an excerpt from this book. I
Yes, man.
want
I
Today I
got
want to be something great.
yeah, yeah.
Love it.
If you want, let me see if I can find president one. And I did the president. My mom calls my son Mr. President, so that's kind of what the
There you go.
what's like the little thing behind that. So on this one, it says, I might be a president signing big bills, shaking strong hands and making big deals. With courage and smarts and heart full of pride, I lead with people, truth on my side.
I love it.
Then that's the picture right there.
I'm telling you, you know me, I'm old school. I will rap that to my kid. Whatever way it takes for you to get it in there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And remember it. And I love how you're doing that. Them
Yeah.
rhyming and the words, the words are powerful. And you
Yes,
put the
ma'am.
right words in there, boom, you in there. I mean,
Wait,
I
Yep.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
it's interesting in what Queen just said because you had mentioned your football coach, yes,
Yes, sir.
and I used to coach hockey, and but she just mentioned when you ingrain something in the individual by
Mm-hmm.
repetitiveness, whether it be a task, a drill in football, something on the ice, something on the field, even reading, that gets ingrained into an individual. Yeah, I understand this. I believe this. It's well within my capability because that's all I've been taught all my life. It's within my reach, and you
Yeah,
believe it.
exactly.
And what is it? If you believe you can, or if you believe you
Achieve.
can't, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, just listening to you read the words and the words is rhyming. It reminds me of something I can't stand, sort of. Have you ever seen like little 2 year olds, little 3 year olds, because they listen to the music that their parents listen to all the time? Be around here. I'm a number knee. They ending
Yeah.
it, rhyming the words, don't know what the words is, what the meaning. So you are
Yes.
so much bringing it all to where it needs to be.
Positive.
Yes, and at the
Yeah.
level for the kids to get it on. I do. I mean, I can see your books being read worldwide in classrooms and even in libraries. You feel me? It's something that you must take outside the box because a lot of people can get impacted by it. But what's the big picture? Tell me your future goal as an author.
My future goal as an author is really to like I want to start like focusing toward like the high schoolers because I work in the high schools as a case manager. My goal is to impact the youth as much as I can. Like I said, I want to bring that love back because in Toledo, I see so many I deal with so many things day to day where it's like people, oh, I don't even like that girl, I don't like that boy. Where it's not, and I ask the kid like, why don't you like such and such, or why don't you? And they're like, well, I heard. And then I ask them like, did you say this? They're like, I don't even know that person.
Right?
And so I
Right?
want to get back to loving one another, and just bringing that peace and positivity back. That's my end goal as being an author, is just showing people they can do other things in life beside the status quo, and just reaching out and grabbing something different, just hopping a different bag. Everybody is so prideful and just I just want to switch it up. I just want
Well,
to
you're
switch the
doing it.
narrative.
You're doing it. And when you're working with the youth, well, there's so many areas that you can enlighten and educate and motivate and inspire them on. So that's why I say you are so onto something. And the way that you're doing is really great, you know. But I know that there's a lot of writers, there's a lot of authors out here at various career paths that struggle with rejection, unsupportive friends and family members, mixed reviews, and even their own insecurities, you know? Have
Mhm.
you ever experienced or are you currently experiencing any of these? And if you have, tell me how you handle it.
I haven't really. I have a great support group. It's actually a lot of people I don't even know that support me, and I appreciate that for sure. A lot of my friends and they buy books, even if they don't have kids, they buy the books. They give it to their cousin or something like that. Far as the rejection piece, I have faced rejection before. It didn't really bother me too much because like I said, I grew up an athlete, so rejection really doesn't bother me too much. And I worked in sales for a while, so rejection really doesn't bother me. It just motivates me to pump out some better quality work.
Right on. Well, you know, as far as marketing goes, what strategies are you using to build your author platform and engage with a worldwide audience?
Yep. See, that's I'm currently working on that now, putting money to the side and actually putting the money back into the book and marketing itself, far as like Amazon, marketing on Facebook, adding just making posts and like if you've seen I made a little video, like
I
a
saw
short snippet
that.
video. Yeah, so I'm
I
trying to do
like that.
more creative things like that. So it's more eye catching than just making a flyer or just doing this or doing that.
Yep.
So that's what I'm focusing on
Yeah,
now.
I saw that. So, what about locally here in the Glass City? Are you getting around to book fairs or events or even vending
Yep.
and getting it out there?
Yep. I've been hitting mostly all the daycares. I've donated about 15 books. I dropped like a book off each week to a daycare. I'll find a new daycare now to drop it off so they can go about it and see if they like it. And if they do, they can come back and get more. But mainly I just go out and read to the kids. I'll stop at daycares and ask, can I read to the kids or things like that. Like my son's daycare, I'm very vocal in there. Like I go in there quite a few times and talk to the kids and thank you for Miss Camille for allowing me to do that and support me as well. So
Wow, man, I tell you,
um,
ideas hit me left, going right because that's just how I
Oh,
am now.
that's exactly what I would recommend to do,
Yes.
right? And especially if you decide to start a group up to do the same thing, get up there and do reads, just like
yep,
they do in spoken word and or whatever, right? Come on.
yep.
But you know what? This is what else I was thinking about. And okay, call me crazy, but hey, that's how ideas are born. The ideas. But I can picture a business, and I'm going in, and I'm going to ask this manager. You know, hey, can I? You know how they what do they call it? I don't know the word offhand. That when you do a car wash, and somebody's raising money for the car wash, well, I can go to a store, a certain store, and say, hey, and talk to the manager. Can I be outside selling my books? I don't care if it's snowing outside. It's Christmas time. It's holiday time. I'll be right outside with my stuff. Before you go into the store, here's the perfect gift right here and
Exactly.
selling.
Yep.
I'll be hustling. I'll be like
Yep.
grinding. I'm like, oh, any kind of way. I mean, a lot of people do. Have you ever on a holiday season, Valentine's Day or whatever, and you see on the corner, there's those vendors out there selling flowers, selling what the perfect thing for that type of a season. Well, let's get this book out because
Actually,
this is great.
that's when you give away a free book along with them dropping you their email address.
Yep,
And now you've just created a
you got
client
your
list,
you're getting your list
and
together.
all
Yep.
it cost you was a book.
Yep. And whenever you got another book, another special or anything, beep, 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 beep,
You
beep,
keep building that client list, and and then you
there's a
just
lot of ways
mass
you do
email
it.
out what you're doing and get people to attend or buy your stuff.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate that advice. I appreciate that. I'm definitely gonna do those things.
Oh yeah, you know. So I want to just say that I really appreciate meeting you and having you on the show. I ran across a couple weeks ago on the Black website on Facebook, and I saw this author, and I'm like, man, this guy, he's doing some great things. We must get him on the show. So I appreciate you coming
Sure.
on the
I
show.
appreciate y'all having me. It's
Oh
much love. This is my first time doing this, and I've been waiting for somebody to come and ask me some questions. So I'm glad.
well,
I
see now
appreciate
you
that.
ready. Now you ready. You ready.
Yeah, I
You ready.
appreciate that.
Yeah, drop a cold call on 13 and 11. Tell them you want to get on there and promote your book, and it's
Yep.
good.
Yeah, I've been trying to if somebody get me in touch with Alexis Means, please.
You know
I've
what?
been
Alexis
emailing
means
her.
even that Toledo paper everywhere. I be throwing them messages.
And you
Yeah,
cold call these people just like you
Yep.
do when you're a
Send them a
comedian. you cold call and you say, "Hey, I'm going to be in a. Are you interested?"
Yep. So what's funny about that? I ran into Dr. Durant,
Yeah.
and so I kind of did that with him, and I was like, I just dropped a book off to him last week, and I'm trying to get him into the TPS schools. That's
There you
like my
go.
other book.
That's how you do it.
That's exactly
That's how you do
you
it. Matter of fact, you do it and you do it and you do it so that when dude come into work before he have his coffee, he know he gonna get an email from you.
Yep.
He like, oh, this guy. You know what I'm saying? The persistence is going to pay off. But
Yes,
hey,
ma'am.
is there anything that you want to add or say that perhaps I didn't ask you?
I want to talk about. I have one more book coming out probably next year. I'm not going to drop it right now. I'm going to wait till the new year starts. It's called Letter to Our Youth,
Mm.
which is it's a great book. It's probably I said it's the last book is my favorite book, but for the older kids, this is my favorite book because it's so empowering. It's only 10 pages. It's real short. It's just showing you that you have resources available to you when you're having those tough times. You have a support system, have a plan when you're in high school. So when you graduate, you're not just sitting around doing nothing. And just keep staying positive because there's so many support systems now like that I didn't have in high school. And I want to say shout out to New Concepts and my Scott team. Shout out to my Scott kids.
What
That's
Sky
pretty
Kids? The
much.
Bulldogs?
Yes, ma'am. 2400.
You
Yes,
coaching over
ma'am.
there with the Bulldogs?
Yes, ma'am.
What? You should have that Bulldog shirt and jersey on.
I just took it off actually. I just took my hoodie off.
My
Just took it
older
off.
siblings, I have girlfriends. A lot of them went to the Scott and Bulldogs. But don't you hate on the polar bears? Whoop whoop, wherever the polar
Oh
bears
no,
are.
I ain't hating on. I
Whoop.
got love for the polar bears. I got love for the polar
Oh,
bears.
okay, because I'm old school, but I'm still going to be a Woodward
Oh
polar
yeah.
bear. But I represent Scott. Go all to the parade. Scott is the baddest one there is.
Oh
What?
yeah. You
How
show
long you
out.
been doing that?
3 years now. I've been a case manager for going on 2 school years, but I've been in Scott for 3 years. I was a CPO before I became a case manager.
Did you go to school there yourself first?
No, ma'am, I went to Springfield, but that was a school I wanted to attend. I
Well,
wanted
ain't
to
nothing
attend
wrong with
Rogers or Scott.
Springfield.
He's West Side.
Ain't Springfield that school
West
right down the way
Side.
there?
Yeah, he was a West Sider.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna find out how cool you really are. Answer this question: Ohio State or Michigan?
I'm gonna mess you up with this one. I'm neither.
Meter.
I'm a LSU fan.
Okay. I'll go with that. Smooth. What you gotta say about that?
They're in,
I like football. It don't matter
But
who
if
you
I-
are.
if I had to
trouble
pick-
is that they're not going to be able to beat Georgia this year. Georgia's got that whole wrapped up down
we having a
south.
bad year. We having a bad year. But if I had to pick,
Okay.
it would be Michigan.
Oh, boo!
Hang up, Tim.
Boo.
Disconnect real quick.
Look. I think I grew up an Ohio State fan, but my thing is Ohio State fans are just too much for me, and that's the reason I
Too
said
much for you. Look at
Michigan.
Smooth. Smooth
Look,
represent.
look, I'm sorry, my fault. Don't
Represent.
kick me off the show. Don't kick me off the show.
But you know what? I don't have a favorite. I used to back in the day, but I'm like, one's gonna win, one's gonna lose. You're gonna get a good game, you're gonna get the fumbles, you're gonna get all that. So I just take it like that.
I just enjoy college ball.
But yeah, you let a Ohio State game come on. Tim is in the gear and get everything, just full fanism when it comes to that. But there's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
that's
here's
what we
the
need,
true story. Is my family used to own that property. It used to be a big farm where the stadium is now. And then we had brick masons in the family that actually laid all the stones for the stadium.
That's crazy.
And if you believe that, I got a bridge I want to sell you too.
I was gonna say, you know what I was gonna say? If that's true, where is my free tickets? You hear me? No,
You got me for sure. 'Cause I was sold.
He's like, that's amazing and shit.
I was all in.
Well, represent Scott Bulldogs because that's a good team. I'm all for the Scott High School. But how can you be followed on social media, and where can others go to obtain your books? The first book, But Today Is Not That Day, and the second book, Today, I Want to Be Something Great.
You can find me on Amazon Books under Terrance Cole Jr. And Ingram Spark under Terrance Cole Jr. as well. On my social medias are all Terrance Cole Jr. My Instagram is under Noon Belichick, which is like making fun of Coach Bill Belichick. But all my other social media, as far as Facebook, and that's the only one I have. Facebook and Instagram is under Terrance Cole Jr.
All right. Hey, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure having a good conversation with you, sharing the books that you have out there. I want to walk into a store and see it on the shelf and be like, hold up, I know him.
Yep, we working on Barnes and Nobles right now. We're currently in the Holland Library, so we trying to branch out and get it to the actual stores now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You know, I have a couple of friends that are authors, and what they also done was they looked and found a lot of black celebrities and had sent to black celebrities some of the higher ups and get their
Yeah.
support and get them as a sponsor or get them,
Write a little endorsement so you can
there's
put it
a
in your
million
book.
ways that you can get on out there and do what you're doing. Yep. But you
Yep, I
just have
agree
to
with
do
that
it.
1,000%. I've been trying to find out who I was gonna do. I don't want to do anybody too big because I don't want to just here's the book and then just throw it to the side. So I'm
Right,
trying to find
right,
somebody that's
right,
real big into the
right,
kids.
right.
You'd be
Doing my scouting
surprised.
right now. Doing my scout report.
You'd
Well,
be
you
surprised.
want to a lot of big things. I see so much great potential in
I
all that you're
appreciate
doing.
that.
Keep on doing it. You're always welcome back here on the Queen Silver Show, especially when you release the other book and all that. But until then, listen, I want you to go out and make the most and the best of your terrific Tuesday. You get it,
Yes,
Tuesday?
ma'am. Appreciate you. Thank
Yes.
you.
And
Taco Tuesday.
we'll be back in touch with you, but we appreciate having you on the show today.
For sure, most definitely. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Smoothie, have a resource for me?
Absolutely. Hey, let's jump into a commercial and we shall be right back,
All
folks.
right.
See you.
Hi, my name is Kate Hudson Hall. I am an author, therapist, and podcaster. My new book has been released called Anxiety Hacks, with proven techniques, tools, and tips to calmness. So if you suffer from generalized anxiety, panic attacks, or feel abnormally anxious about certain things, within Anxiety Hacks, I show you how you can overcome these conditions successfully, enjoy a healthy and carefree life. My website is katehudson-hall.com. Anxiety Hacks is available now on Amazon.
Well, now, that was
We
exceptional.
are back on this terrific Tuesday, the Queen Silvy Show. We were honored to have such great conversation and readings from children's book author Terrance Cole Jr. Hey, get connected with this guy. I'm sure he's Googleable. He's all around on social media, Terrance Cole Jr. And by all means, especially because it's the holidays, you want to get an impactful gift for your child. Get something that's worthy
And inspirational.
and inspirational. The first book, But Today is Not That Day. Ooh, I love the titles of his book because as an adult, I can relate to it, but as a child, he puts it in the form where you can relate, learn the visual of the colors, and the whole book is all great. I advise you all to spread the word and get connected. The second book, Today, I Want to Be Something Great. The titles are self-motivating in itself, so I advise you to follow this great guy, Terrance Cole Jr., doing some fantastic things, children's book author right here out of the Glass City, Toledo, Ohio. Hey, Smooth,
Hey,
guess
Queen.
what?
What?
Tomorrow is Wednesday, and you know what Wednesdays is all about. Smooth Tim and Tim's Tidbits.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, also on the show, because he's not going to tell you much about it. You just got to be able to be strong enough to handle the content and the entertainment that he brings. We also have the it's not the Now You Know show question. Tim's Tidbits, asshole of the week.
Owl.
Sometimes it's more than one
Give
asshole,
me more
but
than
hey,
one.
I love it. You don't want to say anything about it?
Hey, we just wrap up the weekly chaos and, give it to you so that in case you missed it, or in case you enjoy a little bit of abuse, we'll show it to you again.
Hey, you're going to get it. You're going to get a whole bunch of impactfulness involved in Tim's Tidbits, and that's tomorrow on Wednesday. That's in the evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Do check your time zones, but join us for that. Then come on back on Thursday, because that's the Now You Know show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim, bringing you inspirational, encouraging. Tim will summer it up by saying it's simply a...
I'll sum it up by saying it is a potpourri of entertainment, my queen.
Make fun of my word if you want. It's
Making
not
fun of a
summarize,
word.
it's summer. Summer it
Silvy
up.
Bonics.
That's
and
right.
that book is also available.
Get my book.
Should you care to download that, and we'll give you a link. You can just go to our website, actually, and I'll explain that in a bit.
That's right. The Now You Know show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim also has the show question of the week, where my good friends, my good kings and queens, video in their answer to the show question of the week. Then we end the show with a special video showcase that Smooth will provide clues for throughout the show before we reveal just whom that is all about.
I'm going to tell them this week's show question is,
Do Did you get that? Did you get that
Oh,
right?
if they didn't, they're going to have to go to our website. I'll explain that again here in a minute.
You certainly are. But the Now You Know show is on Thursdays, and that is also in the evenings, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, excuse me. And again, do check your time zones, but join us for the super greatness as we aim to bring the best in live entertainment, talents, topics, and resources from around the world just for you. So please do that as you will. This is Tuesday. I've only had a cup of tea, and now I'm going to have a plate of food, healthy food, but a plate of food. And with that said, I want you to go out and enjoy everything. But before we do, and before we go out and enjoy the day and be kind to your neighbors and yourself, Smooth is going to let you know how we can be followed on
You've been
social
teasing
media.
them. I thought, geez, you're just going to
Every
bust
time
on
I talk-
out of here and not tell them how
Every
they
time
can
I talk about
catch
food,
up on all that
it's
good
over.
stuff.
I talk about food, it's over. Let's go.
Anyhow.
But we're going to. Smooth going to let you know how we can be followed on social media, how you can come aboard and be a guest on the Queen Silvy Show, or perhaps you'd like to start your own segment on the Now You Know show. So, Smooth, it's all you.
Okay. If you'd like to accomplish any of the aforementioned, and if you missed out on the weekly question, you can catch all of that by going to www.thequeensilvyshow.com, going to the message tab. Drop us a message along with your email. We'll get back with you, and we'll even shoot you the question of the week, should you care to try
Absolutely.
to answer that. And let's see what else. Any of the past episodes, go to our YouTube site. And in the YouTube, simply drop in The Queen Silvy Show. You'll get the results of all of our shows, as well as some other projects that we're involved in. Other than that, Queen, I better get you out of here so you can eat. Since
I was just going to get up and walk away. I'm already ready.
yeah, you seem to be ready. Get on out of here and chow on down.
So without that.
I don't know what you're cooking, but.
What you're cooking? Don't start that.
Okay.
With that said, hey.
We're out of here. Until next week, people. Same Queen time, same Queen station. Have a great one. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Bye now.